All right. Bill Hecka says, I left this long note that not only was it my 27th month resubbing, but tomorrow was my 38th anniversary on this earth.
Wow.
And that your content is a great birthday gift. So I'm tipping in case it was lost. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill Hecka. Bill Hecka. 27 fucking months in a row.
38 fucking years.
And
for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
And we hope 38 years in a row.
I didn't need to thank him for that.
No, but I'm just saying.
He needs to thank his
They
mother.
didn't spend a couple of them
and his father.
Cryogenic stasis or something.
Right.
Do those count?
Base 9 Mario says, thanks for the stream. I need something to relax with after watching the Steelers get destroyed 34-3. Ouch.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
I'm not. I'm sure, right. Woo, woo.
Do you care to respond to that? If
question.
you say no, that's fine. We'll just skip it.
This is a question.
You don't have to read it out loud.
You don't have to read it out loud. I'm just saying, do you want to address this?
And you probably don't if this is how Rich is.
You can just say no. We'll move on. And that's fine.
And I'm supposed to do those three things in that order?
choose who for what.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay. I'm going to skip it. Thank you for the tip. Hands of Frosh says, hi again. Do you guys have any fond memories of the era of full motion video games? Also, hi chat. Please wave, Rich. No, the full motion video game era, thank God it's fucking dead. Then again, Firewatch, Naughty Dog, they've really revived the full motion video genre, where you're not really playing a game.
Hey now.
You're talking about like cutscenes that are movies?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to it.
Telltale Games. Keeping that torch alive.
There's not a whole lot to this game, but I kind of love it. I'm going to be honest with you. Look at this. You know why? Because this is what you can do. You can just fly around a giant space, a giant broken spaceship.
Anonymous says, would you be my YouTube hero? Yeah, sure, why not?
No, it's a thing.
It's a thing? Okay, then definitely not.
Well, no, it's YouTube. YouTube started a new thing called YouTube Heroes, which was a way to gamify and incentivize people basically snitching.
Oh.
Basically they want more people to report bad behavior.
Okay.
And so they found they're trying this thing called YouTube Heroes, where you can get like internet points, YouTube points for flagging inappropriate comments and flagging inappropriate videos.
Yeah. So when we put up the video,
the Ustapo?
Ooh, nice.
The Ustapo.
Nice, Karen. The Ustapo. Points. You get YouTube points for that one. You get prereq points. You can spend them at any prereq location.
See, my problem with that whole, as I understand it, what they're trying to do with clamping down on stuff is they're not doing it because the sensibilities. I mean, these things already have warnings on them that they're not for younger or more sensitive viewers.
Right.
So the problem isn't that they're worried that the users are going to be offended. The problem is that they're worried that the advertisers are going to be offended, that you might see something and this might turn you off of McDonald's or something, or whoever is trying to sell things to you.
Right, but that's important because they need to do that. Like, that's how they make money. Like, their advertisers.
Sure, but if they water everything down to the point where nobody has any interest in watching it, then there won't be anybody to watch the commercials themselves. So it's a double-edged sword.
But it's not, because there
will still be cat videos, and there will still be millions of people watching cat videos.
Yes, and then they can just drop the service, and then they don't have to pay for the service, and then they're not losing money. Like, it's not a double-edged sword. Like, they need creators about like I'm trying to think of a proper analogy. They don't need us. They have music videos that will get hundreds of millions of views. They have cat videos. They have stuff. They do not need us.
But they're not gonna. People like you aren't gonna watch the cat videos too much. I mean, I watch enough cat videos. But...
Oh no, but that doesn't matter. Like I'm a minority.
Yeah, but your dollar's left on the table in that scenario.
Sure, but they don't care about my dollar. They're making other dollars. So in any case, like I don't know too much about this whole YouTube Heroes situation.
The Gestapo.
The Gestapo. But what I have seen is it seems like it's very easy right now to game the system to just flag a video that you don't like.
Like the upcoming YouTube stream we did of Vampire
Exactly.
the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Someone says, no, that crossed the line. I'm going to flag that.
They didn't even give it a chance. That's offensive.
Or just complain about anything and everything until you get yourself a free month of YouTube Red or whatever
Exactly.
it is.
Exactly. So it seems like a very simple system to exploit at the moment. And I think that's what most video creators are upset about right now, which is, understandable.
And if they're having this stuff weeded through by human moderators, that could get really expensive and time consuming.
Well,
These complaints.
From YouTube's perspective, that's what they're trying to get: free moderation from users to get the YouTube points. But yeah, then there's no YouTube oversight.
Yeah.
Which is smart for YouTube, but bad for creators.
Yeah. Where
did we meet? We met at the Gestapo.
Yeah.
At the Gestapo Youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
The Google Youth.
The Google Youth.
Jack, says Anonymous.
Yes.
How much money would it take as a donation for you to hate play and shit all over Thief?
Oh, I got Thief.
He might hate it. He might legitimately hate it. And that's fine.
I might legitimately hate it, but I am going to give it a chance. If I do hate it, no matter what, I think I'll stream a little bit of it.
Mm.
So if I hate it, then that's what we'll talk about.
So we've got like faster than light travel here, but we don't have a voice that doesn't sound like a robot.
What? I think what that was is. Yeah. See, when I go into my menu, it slows down time. Is what that is. Who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? There he is.
I do not consider myself a contrarian for the sake of being a contrarian. I just happen to have unpopular opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine.
That is fine. Opinions are opinions. They're like assholes.
You don't hate everything. Your rap's downright rhapsodic about some things.
Yeah. Nobody notices that. Nobody ever notices that.
Well, Thief.
Nobody ever notices that because, you know why? They don't care for Thief. So it just doesn't register.
Yeah.
Like Leonard Cohen. I like Leonard Cohen. Nobody gives a shit about Leonard Cohen. They don't know. That doesn't register that I like that.
A lot of people like Leonard Cohen.
A lot of people haven't heard of him.
True. If you haven't heard of Leonard Cohen, go listen to him.
Any particular recommendations?
Start with his greatest hits. It doesn't sound like the stuff like some of the stuff that he's doing now. Some of the live stuff in the last couple of tours is pretty good. But start with his greatest hits.
Jack will probably hate it, but he'll hate it after playing it instead of before.
And everybody's heard Hallelujah, but they've heard it by a million different people. Bob Dylan, not so much.
Well, here
I think it's hilarious.
I'd like to give an example.
Yeah.
A game I will probably never play is Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Rich, you love Mass Effect.
I love the first one. It's hard to enjoy now. But
Of course,
yeah.
of course. But like Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, I know you have very
Yeah.
fond feelings for.
Yeah.
I have never liked a BioWare game.
Mm-hmm.
I've played a couple of them. I don't like them. I don't like their games.
Yeah.
I've never played Mass Effect. I like space in general. I like some of the ideas of Mass Effect. I will go into Mass Effect thinking I will hate it because that's how life works. You make informed judgments based on your past experience.
So we switch the boxes, and we put it in the box from something that we think Jack would be predisposed to like, and we put Mass Effect in there, and we shove it in, and we distract him while the credits come up, and then we make him play it.
Do you think it would hurt or help your chances of liking it if you were badgered constantly about playing it?
It would,
and essentially forced to.
That would probably make me more aggressive towards
Oh,
it.
really?
What if we got you some of those things like in a Clockwork Orange that would hold your eyeballs open?
Exactly. Yes, that would hurt my feelings towards it. But that's how humans work. We make judgments on stuff based off of past experiences. We can't help that. Rich and I are not journalists. We don't care about being objective.
The artistic merit.
And you think the title
cultural significance
of that stream, Jesus Christ, shut up already, would have keyed you in onto the fact that it was kind of a lark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
You're not, that's an interesting point. You guys are not journalists, but I would love to hear you do like a fake, like a dissertation, a fake doctoral thesis about one of these games with all the usual, just all paradigm shift, something.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'll be back.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
Unit 603 Idiot says,
Yeah.
you know, Rick, is you could play Loom, the latest piece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty. It's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic.
All right.
Have some lyrical language to sell us on that game.
I know there's a character limit, so maybe they have to get that in the character limit. I love my space Gatling gun. I'm a big fan of my space Gatling gun. I like the little rev up. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Jump. Okay. Loom is from ancient times. What?
A lot of people are saying they're having issues hearing you.
Hearing me?
Is your mic off? Is there a
I
problem
might
with your mic?
I don't think so, but sometimes I just talk quieter, I guess.
Okay.
Shit. I will try to yeah. Shit.
All right. Doobie Sandwich says,
Doobie Sandwich.
speaking of enjoying things and being video game players,
Yeah.
how do you know if you enjoy playing a game or playing a game as a joyless reflex, regardless of the game's quality?
That question makes very little sense to me at the moment. Rich, can you explain that question?
I'm trying to decipher it.
Okay, great.
Is that like when you're bored with Tetris, but you just can't pull yourself away from it?
Okay, I can see that. Well, don't you enjoy it? I mean, you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't enjoy it.
Clearly there's some neurotransmitters swimming around, but it kind of gets to the point where it's like, why am I even doing this? Again and again and again.
Sometimes I get like that with a game, where you're playing it because of momentum.
Yeah. That's a good word for it.
Fuck.
Anonymous says, to be fair, Wing Commander had FMV and was more fun than this game. Also try Phantasmagoria sometime. Yeah, but I haven't played all the Wing Commander games, but I don't know that they necessarily... I mean, they were like cutscenes more than like the whole game was FMV, and they kind of tried to pretend it was a game. Like Night Trap.
Oh God, Night Trap.
Phantasmagoria. What's that?
Phantasm?
Is it like
So-
Svengoolie's cousin?
Game they are mentioning that I am not all that familiar with.
It's Svengoolie's cousin. Phantasmagoria. Oh, Phantasmagoria. Okay. The name makes it sound like it would be a pretty game.
Phantasmagoria?
Yeah, just the name.
Anonymous says, just wanted you guys to know, you made the cut of a monthly fail compilation, Twitch Moments on YouTube, with your Call to Jesus CPU build.
Yes.
You've hit the big time, fellas. Ha-cha-cha. Ha-cha-cha-cha. Fuck my cock.
I saw that. I saw
that too.
and I thought that was very because that was a perfect moment. That Jesus help us, and then I almost knock over the brand new PC as I'm building it. I thought that was hilarious.
Did you get your toe monitor cord caught on?
I was just like kind of leaning into the table, and it was a little top heavy, and it almost buckled.
Not good.
Not good, but it's fine. I don't that.
Leftover Beefcake says, hey, where's my payment of pizza rolls this month for moderating your chat? You idiots.
Thanks, Beefcake.
Thank you. Thank you to all of our mods. You do great work.
Now they're just gonna berate us because that's what they're like. You idiots.
Well, it's benign.
I know it's
benign.
It's all benign.
Just this guy who says, 1, just mail you the subs as of 2 minutes ago.
Thank you.
2, do Jack's kids spends Wednesday and Sunday nights playing video games on the internet?
They do.
And
They're very jealous.
how's Rich's purple PC case?
How's your purple PC? Rich showed me the update on his purple PC case.
It's not really Rich's purple PC case.
and some I'm doing for Karen. I'm
It's
painting
Karen's
her case.
purple PC case.
Pretty colors.
Yes.
I think I need another coat on the top to try and fix this a little bit where it's not perfect.
It's purple with lime green details, and then we're gonna cut out some vinyl shapes and do some
Stencils.
flowers. Yeah,
Yeah.
and do some flowers and things on it in blue and
Pink and...
pink to go with the purple and the green.
Fuck.
Kind of goes with my little desktop color scheme.
Oh, the color scheme looks great, by the way. The like the purple and green, like.
Yeah, it's the Rust-Oleum grape, and the
Grape gloss.
grape gloss, and is it lime or
I don't think it's lime. It's got some other...
citron or something?
Some kind of fancy name. Maybe apple something? Apple something? I don't remember.
It's like the inside of a lime.
It's that kind of yellowish green.
Yeah.
Great. The combination though? It's very whimsical.
It's a red.
It's very
yeah.
Jokerish.
It's a very
great.
yellowish green and a very reddish sort of purple. A warm purple.
But yeah, the case is looking good, and my children do know that I play video games as part of my job, and they're very jealous. And so it's actually kind of rough sometimes because they'll come into my office and I'll be playing something and recording gameplay footage. And they'll just want to watch, but maybe it's like a mature game, or maybe it's like I just need to concentrate and like really play the game. So it's like you can't watch me play because I'm working, but I'm playing a video game. So like but you can't play a video game right now because it's not TV time. Like Daddy has to play a video game, but you can't play a video game. That's the hardest part. Like explaining to them that, I'm doing this for work.
I'm not enjoying it. I
Right,
just look like I'm
But I do
enjoying
enjoy
it.
So I get to play a video game, but you can't right now.
Go to school, eat your Wheaties, and someday this could be you.
Exactly.
But you're probably not going to be paid for playing video games when you grow up.
No, they could be.
You're going to have a shitty factory job.
Come on.
Who knows?
The factory jobs won't exist anymore. Let's be honest.
I don't know. The one who made the
An
Lego,
automated truck is going to be doing what would have been your job.
the one who made his own little Lego movie theater with the popcorn machines and the little pieces of paper
Yeah.
with the different movies. I mean,
Yeah,
kid's
it's
going
pretty
somewhere.
great. He's got some talent. No, but like they have their own.
The other one's just little.
The other one's just
Yeah.
too little. They have their own pretend Let's Play channel. When they play Minecraft, they talk as if they're a Let's Play channel.
Do you record this?
Huh?
Do you record this? You
No-
need to record this for your family video memory collection, not for the internet,
Maybe.
but for you guys.
Maybe I'll start recording it.
Yeah.
But like they'll
They'll get into it. You tell them we're recording your Let's Play video.
Oh yeah.
They'll get into it.
Oh yeah. No, so like they'll start and they'll be like, "Hello, it's me, blah blah blah," you know, and then they have their fake name. All right, so today this is what we're gonna do, and they both like chat. They have a pretend Let's Play channel because that's their form of entertainment. They watch Let's Play.
They get along really good too, don't they?
Yeah, they're good
cute. They're
kids.
cute.
They're good kids, but like, you know, when we were younger, we made pretend movies or pretend comedy skits or pretend whatever.
Sure.
They have a pretend Let's Play channel, which is very strange for me, but I get it. That's their entertainment.
I shot pretend aliens with guns.
Right.
Pretend real guns, but I shot the pretend aliens.
Those
A lot of holes in the wall.
those were hallucinations, dear.
But so yeah, no, we have.
That's how my brother
Shouldn't have
died.
got into Grandma's peyote stash.
But so you know, it's great. Maybe and they have asked if we can record. And I've talked about this before. They've asked if I can like record them and like.
Do it.
I want to do Let's Play video. I will, but like I won't tell any of you people what this.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, them going onto the internet by themselves and like dealing with the comments. Like
You don't have to upload it.
You don't want.
don't have to really
No,
upload
we don't have to upload it, but it's like that's going to be part of it. Or it's like disabling comments or like teaching them how to deal with you folk. It's going to be a whole nother.
I think these days every kid gets a 2 or 3 year education in that, and they call it junior high school.
Right? Right? Sensor range.
I mean, when I was a kid, I only had to worry about being teased about the kid in the next block. These people now they can get abuse from people 2 countries over.
Yeah.
Call him an idiot.
Yeah.
Hans Frosch says, Reg, Mass Effect. Did you play as male shep or fem shep? Custom or default? Did you romance anyone? Who? Did the story do anything for you? Or did you just indulge in the action and RPG melancholy
Melodrama?
mechanancy bits? Mech? M-A-C-H. So that's definitely a mech. A-N-I-C-Y.
Wait, where?
Mechanicy?
Mechanicy?
Mechanicy? Mechanicy bits? Okay.
Mechanical? Maybe they meant to type mechanical. Or mechanized. Or mechanistic.
Male shep,
Benign.
default because every single custom Mass Effect character looks like crap because their character creation was crap. Ashley, and yeah, the story was great. I like the talkie bits more than the shooting because the shooting in the first one sucked.
Talkie bits?
Yeah.
Trash Can Man says,
Oh, hold on for a second. I have seen the Ghost in the Shell teaser stuff. I like
mechanic-y bits.
mechanic. Oh, mechanic.
That makes sense.
Sure. It looks fine. I think you asked me because I'm the only one who's seen the Ghost in the Shell movie, and I enjoyed the Ghost in the Shell movie. It looks fine. Scarlett Johansson's good. They're gonna make a good movie. I think like they have the right name and the right talent behind it. So, but yeah, I like it. I'm okay with anime. Dreamer TK. I'm the one that's okay with anime. Sorry, go ahead now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Trash Can Man says,
Trash
Rich,
Can Man.
play what you like what you like, and forget the haters. Enough with
Haters.
all this about you have to try it nonsense. Your opinions are great. Also, I'd love a rich FTL/XCOM tactics commentary. I have done that. Not with FTL. I'm sure I've
Did you
done
do it with XCOM?
I've done that with XCOM where I talked about why I was doing what I was doing. It's been sprinkled in here and there
Yeah,
in our XCOM videos.
I think you're right.
I've backseated the fuck out of you.
Just watch the Rich
Yeah.
Backseats Jack video and just learn all the tactics.
I know I got in detail about the proper way to breach a door.
Yes.
In the original XCOM.
Yes.
How you should position your troops. I know I have done this.
Oh, yeah. What was the other part of that? I think I had something to add to that.
Let me read it again. Trash Can Man says, Rich, play what you like what you like, and forget the haters. Enough with all of this about you have to try it nonsense. Your opinions are great.
Oh, that's what I... The one thing I will mention, and I do know that in general, Rich, you don't like playing new games on the stream.
Yeah. It's a terrible way to experience a game for the first time.
For most of the time, I think you are correct, but in the defense that I will give to playing new games is I think...
On stream for the first time, specifically.
Well, sure. Well, I think... I think something that's very important for us as commentators is just general consumption. The more input we have, the more we know games.
Okay.
And this is an opportunity where we are forced to sit down and play something. So to me it just makes a lot of sense. It might as well be something new, and hopefully I can just deal with the fact that it's on stream and learn how to play and enjoy, compartmentalize the chat. Oh yeah, I think I figured out a little bit of this battle system. There's strafing. Oh wait, I want my Gatling gun. I like my Gatling gun better.
Rich, am I hallucinating, or your Plinkett stuff showed up on Something Awful first? I remember Mike or somebody answering questions and people hating on the rapey tones and him toning it down in review 2. You got to be misremembering something. I'm not that familiar with Something Awful. I know there was never anything official that we did with Something Awful. I'm sure somebody probably posted a review on Something Awful. That probably happened.
Sure.
I would have to ask Mike to be sure, but I am 99.9% sure Mike did not go to any kind of forum and answer questions. And he would certainly never tone something down because of the feedback.
I was going to say, you're also misremembering later reviews.
He would double down.
Wasn't it the second one where he introduced his his second wife that he murdered? Oh, look at that. Look at that spinny galaxy. I know Mike and Jay were part of the Reddit AMA for Dock of the Dead.
That's probably the closest to any kind of chat interaction they've ever done.
Is that what you're thinking of, perhaps?
Yeah, no, Mike does not give a flying fuck about that stuff.
About toning it down?
Well, toning it down or go on the chat to interact.
Oh, sure. No, he does not. No, he does not. I think I was over here already. Yes, I was. Sorry if I burped right into that microphone.
Something Awful. That's like a paid forum, isn't it? I could be wrong.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I have no idea what Something Awful is.
Okay.
I just don't know if it's a website. Is it a forum? Ooh, there's a ship. I want that ship. I just don't know.
Unit 603 Idiot says, seriously, we love it when you play adventure games. Jake said that he wanted to play Zack McCracken, but Rich, if you never played Monkey Island, that would be fun. LOL.
You played Monkey Island.
Fornicate my willy. No, I never played Monkey Island. Did you? I'm shocked you're familiar with it.
I remember that we had a copy. I think. I mean,
Well, if we do, I'd have to... where would that have come?
That came out 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you had a copy like back in your grandmother's house. Escape from Monkey Island or something? I think you did.
Are you sure it wasn't like an advertisement on like the package for Grim Fandango or something? Grim Fandango.
I'm not entirely sure.
It might have been like came as like a demo with something else.
Maybe. I mean, don't quote me on that.
I know I've never played it.
Well, you would know better than
Yeah.
I would what you've played and what you haven't.
But would he?
He's got a better memory than I do for that
Fuck.
kind of thing.
Fuck.
Anonymous says, is it Karen or Karen? Also, Karen or Karen?
It's Karen.
It's Karen. Have you ever wondered what it would like to be a non-human animal? What non-human animal could you see yourself as?
Me? How about a Neanderthal? They're like human. Kind of. They're not humans, but they're people. Or maybe they're not our species, but they're still human.
She fucking outsmarted your ass.
Homo Carenderthalis.
Anonymous says, Rich, I know you already said no, but hear me out. No, stop, don't say no already. Just give us a price, a single tip that will get you guys to stream the next Final Fantasy game coming out.
Oh, God.
How much would it take for us both to retire?
Depends on inflation.
Right.
Well, we can invest wisely. I need enough to spend for a home immediately. Just flat out buy a house and a car. House and a car immediately, and then retire off the
Live
interest.
off the dividends or whatever.
I mean, you're talking
For each of us and our families.
Right, you're talking a couple mil.
I know, at least. At least.
Conservatively. Assuming minimal inflation.
Minimal
Right.
inflation, right. Like
Well, I guess like that.
8 million for a piece.
Sure, I'd be comfortable with that. You want to do 8 million?
8 million.
8 million, and we'll stream the next Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I'll stream, for 8 million, I'll stream the whole thing.
The entire
the whole game.
Wow. All right, well there you go.
8 million, I'll interpretive dance the whole game.
and Karen will be here for not for the full game, but sporadically interpret.
Systematically interpretive dancing behind you.
Yep. That's what you get for $8 million. I mean, pretty good deal, I'm going to say.
For 20 million, I will interpretive dance the whole thing the whole time.
You know what? I'm okay with that, man.
For 100 million, I'll do it in a bathing suit. But we're talking 100 million.
For 100 million, I'll do it in a bathing suit.
Anonymous says, your first impressions for playing a game on stream is only relevant to people who also play for the first time on a stream. It's not representative of how most of us play. Rich is right. I think Jack's point, though, is that it gives us experience with different types of things that we might not normally play. But it's, if you are going to end up enjoying those things, I don't know, if it's the right form for really experiencing something new.
Like, no, and I understand your point where it's, this playing a game on stream, and it's so hard to even just describe to you how difficult it is, like in a room, having a conversation, splitting your attention. It's a very different experience than playing a game by yourself and being fully immersed into it. That being said, like I said, consumption is a factor for us. I think it's important that Rich and I just know as much as we can about everything.
That's not a terrible point. That's not a terrible point.
I want to clarify here for those who are wondering, we're talking about American currency in 2016 dollars.
Yeah.
Not Zimbabwean dollars.
Yep.
Or yen.
Hey, if you want to give us like $8 million in $1910.
Well, yeah, okay. You have a good point there.
Element 731 says, Rich, when you read donations / play a non-Plinkett character, you turn into fast-talking 1940s man. Since you're such a swell fella, get hitched to his best gal. Here's some scratch for you the big day. You turn into fast-talking 1940s man. Since you're such a swell fella, get hitched to his best gal. Here's some scratch for the big day.
So you can cut the rug and put out the dog.
Get the rug and put on the dog.
It's the bee's knees.
Have at it, old chap.
Put on the Ritz.
Doobie Sandwich says, my apologies for the prior confusion. Let me clarify. As I grow older, playing games have progressively made me feel either rage or apathy. Yet I still keep playing them. What does this mean? It means you have a habit. Playing games is your habit, and you're not enjoying it anymore, but you're still doing it.
What did it make you feel before?
What did it make you feel before? And is the problem just the games coming out aren't to your liking? I've had that problem. I had that problem a lot. Do you feel that way when you replay older stuff that you liked?
Perhaps you could jump to a different genre. Or try some independent games.
Mm-hmm. There's so many games out there. Steam has over 10,000 games right this very moment.
Maybe modern games aren't as fun in general, or at least the ones you're playing.
Or maybe it's like the radio, where it's only a small slice of the totality of the output of any given era.
Sure. Explain this.
Well, I mean, radio and any kind of mass media is going to...
Top 40?
Yeah, well, they're going to go with whatever is going to appeal to the largest chunk of the population.
Mm-hmm.
Which may or may not be, which is not necessarily bad, but if you don't feel satisfied by that, maybe you should look, in the video game equivalent of the college radio station or internet radio.
Mm-hmm.
Something that pushes your particular buttons.
Tried lots of games, new and old. Yeah, I mean, just look for a new hobby, I guess. I mean, there's other things you could do with your free time. I mean,
read a book?
If I would guess, and I'm not a psychologist, if you're playing games and you're not enjoying playing games, you're probably just doing it out of habit. It's what you're used to doing. It's what you've been probably doing for the last 20 years.
Pick up a new hobby?
Yeah. I don't know, woodworking. I don't mean that as a joke. I mean...
No, I really enjoyed
You did that for a bit. You enjoyed it?
Yeah. My friend's father offered to show me some woodworking things, and it was pretty cool.
You built a clock.
I did a clock. I turned some things on a lathe. I made a nice bowl with like a checkerboard pattern. I made a nice wooden coffee mug thing for my dad with a aluminum sleeve down it so you could put coffee in it. I made a number of things. Got to use saws and lathes and try something new. Take a class at a local community college. Get into woodworking or
Art.
fixing cars or art.
Art.
And if nothing is fun anymore, maybe you're depressed or something.
Yeah, that could be it too. Talk to a professional. If that's the case.
Yeah.
That's very insightful.
Or try pyrite. It's all right, just like they said.
Get rid of it.
I would have that song stuck in my head all day.
All day?
Did you watch the Western Horror
Yeah,
musical
what got that
recently?
stuck in your head?
I've watched that thing like 15 times. I love the Western Horror musical. It's perfect.
Aww.
It's so cute. You're like this Harvard geologist. And the prostitute lady. I always did like hard things, but Mama just didn't understand. She pushed me into a life of... I forget exactly how she described it.
I'm glad you love it. Aw.
Nope, we're not giving medical advice to anybody. We're just saying that if you have any thoughts that you might need a medical professional to go see a real one.
And not us.
And not us.
Specifically, we're telling you not to see
Yeah.
us. Anonymous says, "Hi, Rich. It might also be fun to see you play a good LucasArts game called Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Voice Indiana Jones is George Lucas. Also, Jack, now please talk like Sean Connery."
Because we're talking about Indiana Jones. Indy, I told you to stay away. That's all I've got for Sean Connery. I was in the Highlander. I was very drunk.
It belongs in a museum.
I got nothing.
Great. Oh,
Bad dates.
What?
Bad dates.
Bad dates?
Raiders points to the monkey. Oh wait, that was an indie. That was what's his face?
The big fat
The
friend.
big fat friend. That was Big Fat Friend.
Yes.
He stopped Indy from eating the date. I got that totally wrong.
No, it was the monkey. The monkey ate the date. Oh, okay. One more run. And then I'm kind of done. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Do you feel any urge
Not right now.
to play?
I'm good.
This game.
Why does it always have to be snakes?
Nice. How do we get different ships? I have to beat actually.
Sala.
beat the game.
Yes, Sala.
Is that
Thank
one
you, Chad.
solid black, like the stealth bomber, or is that just the silhouette?
No, just because it's not available yet.
Ah.
And look at that one. That looks pretty BA.
It's not the years, it's the mileage. Oh ho ho.
No ticket.
No ticket.
Your George is so much better than mine.
All right. Turtle the Wise says, "Hey Jack,
I'm Jack.
I read your rambling tweets about the Winter Soldier versus Black Cat. I think you may actually have a point. However,
I have a problem, is what I have.
Iron Man dismisses it quickly. Also, Captain America 2 is really an excellent film."
The Winter Soldier is a very terrific film. I agree with that. And you know what? I even Civil War I like upon second viewing a lot. No, I have. It was just some dumb thing. Someone on the previously recorded Twitter was rewatching one of our streams where I got into the whole Bucky's vibranium arm thing.
I can meet you at home later. I think Karen's getting tired.
Yeah, I'm going to get going pretty soon.
Karen's going to get going pretty soon. And so they brought up this whole, what are you talking about with the ring thing? Because, I think that T'Challa's ring reacts to Bucky's arm, and that's what made me think the arm was vibranium. But then how did Iron Man melt it, right? Because it's silly, you can't melt vibranium. And so I just so happened to have the movie ready to play. So I fast forwarded, I have the Blu-ray, so I fast forwarded to that fight scene, and I recorded with my phone that little 10 seconds. Literally, it's 10. The fight scene is 10 seconds. The actual shot is 2 seconds. So I recorded that. I was and I posted that. But then I started thinking about it. It's you look at it, and the shot is focused on the ring, and it's going like this, and there's a sound.
So Black Panther's ring, specifically just his ring.
You know what?
He should see. All right, his whole costume should have vibranium.
Yes,
but it's just his ring.
No, his whole costume. He's not in costume at the time.
Okay,
his whole costume does have vibranium.
So his magic power is magic jewelry?
No. His jewelry, I think, reacts to vibranium. Here. Okay, look at this. Okay, so here's the fight, right? See them?
No, I didn't. I honestly did not. Just looks like his hand shaking.
It is a smaller screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it. It doesn't look like his because he has.
I'll have to watch it on a bigger screen.
Well, and I guess it's the important thing to note is like earlier in the movie, T'Challa gets the ring and it's a big like I have the ring now moment.
Yeah.
And so like
yeah.
the ring is set up as something important, and then there's this thing. I know, no, and it's by the way, I'm a crazy person. I accept that I'm a crazy person, and I'm
This
I'm
kind of
obsessed with
it's
this.
fine, Jack. This kind of talk can be fun.
Yeah.
It can be fun to nerd out about stuff like this.
Right.
I'm not faulting you.
No, and like I understand that it's
Nothing can melt vibranium beams, says the chat. You've gone full on vibranium truther. Is a comment I have read.
right.
That was more radical.
No.
Said you have gone full on vibranium truther.
I accept my own craziness. I am crazy. It's me who's crazy.
And a rogue VHS tape said that nothing can melt vibranium beams. I sometimes I read things, but it's important that people get credit for their jokes.
Nothing
Yes.
can melt vibranium beams.
Beams.
9/11
like-
truthers, the steel beams.
Okay.
Karen has no idea what vibranium is. Because it's not a thing. It's not a thing.
No, I
You know what it is in the
I should have got what you meant about beams. I thought you meant beams in the sense like a laser.
Like a laser beam. Well, we're talking about beams melting things from laser
9/11.
beams. But then the 9/11 steel beam reference comes up, and I can see where your wires would get crossed.
Especially when I
can see
haven't
that.
slept in like a day and a half.
Go take a nap. You're
going
not obligated
to.
to stay here.
I know.
Thank you for stopping by. We'll be
I just don't feel like driving home.
done here shortly anyway. You're gonna have to better now before you're more tired.
This is true.
Do you need to leave your car here?
No, I'll be alright.
Are you sure?
It's a short
'Cause
drive.
I'm gonna worry about you on the whole way home.
I'll text you when I get home.
You better.
I'll text you nothing but
Text me if you're getting into a car accident.
goodbye.
Well, you'll just have time.
Farewell.
You'll just have time to get like the good out.
I love
Good
you.
Drive safe.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Drive safe.
The Vox Humanist says, love for Leonard Cohen. I had no idea Rich was secretly classy.
Super. He's classy as shit.
I met Leonard before his concert, and he kissed my hand, and he smelled like exotic spices.
Aww.
Also, his voice really just sounds like that.
Ooh.
65 years of cigarettes.
Yeah, I doubt he has much of a singing voice at this point. The man is mid-80s?
No,
early 80s?
but his aging voice and his bittersweet lyrics
Yeah.
work together well.
Yeah. It's like Johnny Cash singing Hurt is a lot better than
Well,
Trent
yeah,
Reznor.
Scott,
because he
Scott
sounds
was-
like somebody
Trent
who
Reznor.
Trent
who's
Reznor.
been hurt, somebody who's lived,
And not a whiny punk.
Trent.
hurt myself
Oh, hey, that's not
I
Trent
focus
Reznor. No.
on the pain.
Hey,
the
hey.
only thing.
thing
that's real.
Hey, you-
whiny kid.
I don't like.
But when Johnny
I don't
Cash
like
sings
where
that
any of
shit,
This is going because Trent
he's
Reznor's.
an 80-year-old man that's seen some shit. When he
Trent
says,
Reznor's
"I
Hurt is a
hurt
fine
myself
version of
today," that's got some fucking weight to it.
Trent had some decent songs, but because they were catchy. God, money, I'll do anything for you.
His version of Hurt is still good. Johnny Cash's is just better.
Yes, he owns it.
But
It's now Johnny Cash's.
It's not as if Trent Reznor's version is better.
I'm not saying I hate their version. I'm just saying when Johnny Cash does that, it means something. It doesn't sound like whining.
It only
When
sounds,
Trent Reznor sings that fucking song, it's whining.
it only sounds like whining in
A
hindsight.
fucking 20-year-old rich rock star singing that
it,
shit.
it definitely sounded a little bit deeper when I was 16. I'll
Right,
give you that.
Right, and now that we're older, and now that Johnny Cash has done it, sure. But no, back in the day, Trent Reznor doing it was the shit. That was the stuff that got the razor blades out for the sharpening, you know? What's going on? I don't know. It's fine. Everything's fine.
He must have had a rough life to come up with those lyrics, though. Well, you can fictionally write anything you want. Not that I'm saying he didn't have a rough life, but he sounds like a whiny kid when he sings that song.
Well, his voice doesn't really have a terrific vocal range either. To put it politely.
I'm perfectly fine with the Nine Inch Nails version of Hurt.
I'm not saying it's a bad version. I'm not saying that.
It kind of sounds like you're saying that.
All I'm saying is that when Johnny Cash sings that,
Yeah.
it sounds like it's got more weight to it, more meaning.
Sure.
He sounds like, he's seen some shit, and he's a man who has actually been hurt by some things.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Ritz hates everything. We already know this. While I'm talking about how much I like the Johnny Cash version of the song.
But you can't talk about how much you like something without talking about how much you hate
Want to talk
something
about
else.
you want to get Rich to just wax forever about how much he likes something? George Carlin. Just get him started talking about George
Did
Carlin.
you get his new album?
Somebody
Yes.
sent it to me.
Somebody gave it to
It's
us.
really nice, really
It's
generous. It was sent to me as a
awesome.
gift.
That is very nice.
Thank you, by the way. I enjoyed it.
The bottom of our gullets and hearts.
Both your gullets and your
Atriums and
hearts?
some ventricles and
Rich is the great Satan.
you're George Bush. Wasn't that like who the Saddam was saying was the great Satan? George Bush Sr.
Well, in that scenario, if I'm the great Satan, then I would be the Saddam.
Get it together, Karen.
I thought that was like something that Saddam was calling
Oh,
GW,
maybe-
HW in like
Yes, we're
1990.
That could be true.
We're still doing not opening the mail month, but I saw that one was addressed specifically to me, and I said, fuck it, I'm opening it. It's addressed to me.
Yeah. Not to red letter.
Not to red letter media.
Unlike me opening up somebody else's mail yesterday. So we heard a knock on the door, and I look, and there's a package.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, am I expecting a package? Well, I've got one that's supposed to be coming sometime. So I open this up, and there's like a tutu in there and a tiara. And I'm like,
Rich?
yeah, exactly.
And you were like, do we need
great.
to have a conversation,
Yeah.
Rich? Yeah.
yeah. Is that what's been happening to my clothes?
Because, I can deal with this. I just want to know, right?
Yeah, I'm kidding. But anyway, so then I turned the package around and I'm like, oh, this isn't for me. This is for the one that ends in 2 digits higher than us.
The neighbor.
Yeah. So then I wrote on there, oops, sorry I opened your mail. It's all there. And put my address on it like, I am sorry.
Right.
I don't think it's a federal offense if you didn't mean to.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse to break it. But
What about invincible ignorance? The whole, that you can't go to hell for things that you didn't know were
oh, no, you
sins.
can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you can and do. What kind of church did you go to? That's why missionary work is so important. I'm not joking. This is how they think.
Dragon Mooney says, hey, Jack,
I'm Jack.
did you listen to School of Seven Bells yet?
No, I didn't. You got to tweet at me. That's why you got to tweet at me, or else I don't remember.
They also say, hey, Rich, what do you think about The Big Lebowski? It's my favorite movie. Besides Mel Brooks films, it's my most watched movie of all time. Well, I love Mel Brooks films,
Yeah.
but I know I need to see it, but I have not seen The Big Lebowski.
You haven't seen the
I have not seen it. We've had this conversation.
I'm sure
before.
we've had this conversation. I will not stop being surprised by the fact that you haven't seen The Big Lebowski.
I still got to get Karen to watch Galaxy Quest, for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I tried last night. She flat out. Well, you didn't refuse, but
I was in the mood for some.
you had
some,
so little
Unbreakable Kimmy
interest.
Schmidt. Well, plus it was like a 2-hour movie, and I really was going to be asleep after like half
We
hour.
watched like 3 episodes.
We
of
watched
Kimmy Schmidt.
2 episodes of Kimmy Schmidt. Unbreakable.
They're alive, damn it.
It's a miracle.
I've heard that those females are strong as hell.
Damn it. That's going to be a fascinating transition. Damn it. That's my favorite part of it. Where
Ooh, damn it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Shadow Elite 5 says, this is a tip for Karen to read. Read it without, don't read it aloud first, just read it.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah. Wait, no,
That's our general.
if that's the one that starts off with, so this is a tip for you. Yeah, don't read it out loud first. Just make sure it's something you don't mind reading out loud. And if you don't want to read it out loud, you are under no obligation.
This is a tip for Karen. Karen, you are a very lucky woman. Rich is a sexy, sexy man. You are very lucky to have such a sexy man, Rich. All the chat wants him. Well, they can't have him. Take good care, Rich.
They can't have him.
They can't. He's mine.
The hope was alive until you started coming to the streams, Karen. The hope that he was just making up this girl.
Karen is a figment.
Right. No, well, she's from Canada.
A lonely
You wouldn't know
fantasy.
her. Right.
He named his broom Karen.
Aw.
He's dancing with his mop.
Broom?
Mop, broom, I don't know, like a
I get it.
his pillow, whatever, an inanimate object.
Hans Frosch says, apparently Angelina divorced Brad. Please discuss. Much obliged.
Sure. Okay, ready for my discussion
Yeah.
on the Angela? Fucking who cares?
They got divorced. Yeah.
Good for them. I'm sure they've got good lawyers, and they're both going to come out with lots of money. And
But they had lots of money going in, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, both of them are well-respected, famous actors who earn lots of money. And you know what? They do a lot of aid work.
Jennifer Aniston gets the last laugh, though.
I'm sorry it didn't work out for
Why?
them.
Because he had a fine marriage and got some kids, and they spent their free time like helping sick kids in Africa. Like, it was great. Like, it was fine. They're fine.
They made a bunch of beautiful children, and
Sure, and then they adopted a bunch of children who I'm sure are just beautiful just because they're going to grow up next to them and through osmosis.
yeah,
But
maybe they picked the prettiest babies in the orphanage. I have no idea.
right? You know what I did see though? I saw what was it that I saw? It was like a retweet or someone like posted a blog post about like post divorce, and they said this is what happened because Angelina Jolie had breast cancer, and she had a double mastectomy. To make sure that it doesn't stigmatize or whatever it says. Masticize. Thank you. And some awful person said she cut off both of her breasts and then they get divorced. I wonder if that's a coincidence. It's like, you horrible prick.
I don't think
If Brad Pitt's a horrible prick, it might be true.
if her husband, and I doubt it, is
Right.
that shallow. If that is the case, then she's better off without him.
Right, but I mean, I can't imagine that's the case.
No.
Why would you even... The fact that someone would even bring that up makes them a horrible prick.
No.
And I'm sure
They're
I'm sure
speculating.
I'm sure they installed, suitable replacement parts, unless she, declined them.
Suitable replacement parts. It's like poetry. Karen, you're spouting tit poetry.
That's more Brad and Angelina talk than I thought we'd have. Oh my God.
Right. I noticed that I'm taking damage.
But
Well,
really,
that's
I'm
all-
sure she had a high priced plastic surgeon give her a great aesthetic
Right.
set.
I'm sure
And-
she's fine.
and-
She's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's fine. They're two rich people, and they're going to be fine.
Exactly.
They're two rich people who will continue to be rich.
Reminds me of a philosophy class I had once.
Yeah.
This term where you got, the person who would even bring that up was horrible for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Why is it horrible to bring up? Because I had a philosophy class once. We're talking about God and evil in the world.
Sure.
And I brought up a point, well, maybe, hypothetically, maybe there is a God, but who says he's all good?
Or as they say, if
Maybe
God
he's-
is God, he isn't
maybe
God.
there's-
If God is God, he isn't good. If God is good, he isn't God.
Yeah,
They
maybe,
even take the
maybe there is a God, but he's somewhat malevolent, was the point I brought up. And the teacher of the philosophy class, got all serious. That is very offensive to some people. I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking,
That was like
so
20
what?
years before trigger warnings.
So what?
Oh, no,
It's a fucking philosophy class. I can't bring this up.
No, but I'm not saying that
It's an answer to the question.
No, but I'm not like...
I'm sure you're not the first person to ask it. Yeah.
No, but the reason I'm calling the person who thinks like because she cut off her breasts, that's why Brad left him. Like that's what that person is bringing to the table. So that like because he, and it's not like he just had that thought and went about his day. He had that thought and then like threw it out into the universe as a possibility, and that makes him horrible. Because like why would that ever be a possibility?
Because some people are jerks. It doesn't mean the person who's bringing that up as a possibility is a jerk.
Well, sure, but
he's just saying, well, it could have been this thing that's terrible.
Okay, but is your problem with the fact that he had the thought in his head, or with the fact that he spewed it out of the world?
He spewed it out in the world as if it's a thing where it's
because
like,
most of us have all kinds of horrible thoughts going through our heads now and then.
But it'd be the same if it was just like Brad, you know what? You know what it could have been? It could have been that Brad Pitt found out that Angelina Jolie is of mixed race, and I think and it's quite possible that Brad Pitt is a horrible racist. Like, that's something I'm throwing out into the world. That's my own bad thoughts that I'm throwing out into the world, you know?
Maybe he found out that she's Rh negative, and he's just got a thing for Rh factors. I mean,
don't know what Rh negative means.
Maybe he found out that one of her toes is crooked on an X-ray.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Could
it's
be
like
anything
this is something horrible in his head that he is pushing that onto Brad Pitt. You know? And
nobody cares.
Well, no, I don't. Like I said, I don't care about the divorce. That's just whatever. But I don't like that this person is just throwing out this horrible thing to him into the world.
It's a valid hypothesis.
I don't even care if Brad.
He's pointing out that the timing is really horrible, and that this is a potential explanation.
She had that boob thing like 5 years ago.
Okay, well then it's just wrong. But I still don't think he's horrible just for bringing something uncomfortable up.
Your philosophy teacher was behaving unacceptably.
Yes,
God
he was.
Doesn't belong in a philosophy class.
Right. Oh, sure. No, I don't know if our examples are equal. Is I guess all I'm saying. I don't know, and I guess it doesn't really matter.
All right.
Even if you are allowed to bring up God in a philosophy class, kids are allowed to have unpopular opinions. They're just not allowed to treat each other like jerks. And
Hans Frosch continued to say,
"Oh, sorry.
Also, I'm allergic to hazelnuts and bananas. Well, still 76 characters left, now 52. So much space, I'll just leave the rest blank."
You're not just going to put a bunch of periods or random punctuation.
You could have thrown in an LOL fuck my cock. You could have done that.
Could have. Free ore.
Seven of Borgnine says, Reg, I need more of your negative music takes. What are some band songs that are beloved that you have controversial opinions on, other than the obvious hip-hop / country acts?
He's not a huge music fan. I mean, you like classic rock, but you're not...
I didn't even say I hate the Nine Inch Nails version of Hurt.
No, you just said Johnny Cash
is
better, which I think pretty much
I prefer Johnny Cash's version.
Virtually anyone would agree with you there.
See, this one...
It doesn't sound as whiny.
You didn't say...
Well, you did say it was whiny.
See, that's the thing. You didn't just say you prefer Johnny Cash's. You were then talking down about Trent Reznor.
All right.
So, you know, let's...
Which I can still enjoy, though.
Oh, sure, but you didn't say that. You were just like, he's whiny, and that's what you were focusing on.
But do you enjoy it because you enjoy it, or do you enjoy it because you enjoy making fun out of it?
No.
The original.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I haven't heard that album in years and years and years.
Like Further Down the Spiral?
That was the Downward Spiral.
Oh, that was the Downward, right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was like 94.
Rich, you said Trent Reznor sounds like a whiny ass. People can't deal with hyperbole.
Well,
they can't deal with
hyperbole. Talking about Trent Reznor. Come here, you.
It's called hyperbole. I'm filled with it. If you haven't noticed,
Neil Young sounds like a whiny ass bitch. And yet I still like some of his songs, but old man, look at my life.
Oh, old man, look at my life.
Like you were.
Everyone can agree with that, though.
Yeah.
Only benign hyperbole.
My doctor said it was benign hyperbole.
Oh no, I've been diagnosed with hyperbole.
Yeah.
Journal-wise is Jack.
I'm Jack.
Did you happen to listen to Deep Creep on Bandcamp for free? If not, I will tweet to remind you. I hope you are doing swimmingly.
I will tweet to remind you every 5 minutes. No,
Right.
just kidding.
Oh, you know what? I think I did listen to that. I don't know if I liked that one. I think the
Still
band.
10:30. You can go. You can go. We'll be done as soon as Jack is done.
Yeah, as soon as I'm dead, and this is no, I've gotten a little bit further, but I'm close to being done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sleep deprived. It's time for me to
Do it. Go to bed.
skedaddle.
Go to bed.
Au revoir.
Go to bed. Thanks for coming.
Drive safe, Al. I love you.
Of course I'll drive safe. I'll see you when you get there.
Yeah, I won't be too far behind you.
Old man, look at my life. Now I just have Neil Young in my head, and ew.
He's searching for a heart of gold.
To Dax says, missionary work is important because theological virtues of faith, hope, and loving kindness need to be taught. But cardinal virtues of prudence, justice, temperance, and courage are self-evident.
What?
Is that like Thomas Aquinas or something?
Possibly. Element 731 says,
Auf Wiedersehen.
bye.
No, they said Auf Wiedersehen, so I'm returning it.
Oh, I thought you were just saying goodbye.
No, they said Auf Wiedersehen. I'm wishing them Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, okay.
Tschüss.
Element 731 says, don't know if Jack has seen this, but here's a clip of Trent Reznor playing in his band Slam Bamboo in 1986 on a local Cleveland TV show. Hilarious. Okay.
Oh man. I guess I could see that.
Anonymous says, Jack,
I'm Jack.
do you believe in eliminating all anonymity
Spout.
on the internet by requiring true IDs? Internet negativity policing to prevent internet trolls. How else do you propose to save Brad Pitt's reputation?
We actually talked about this. No, actually, Rich gave me a very good counter argument. I was for
Technically, the chat had the really great point, but
Yeah. Oh, right. So we've talked about this before about anonymity on the internet, and in general, I think a lot of people agree that anonymity can lead to many negative aspects, and so I was for like an online ID, but Rich and the chat had some great examples of instances in which it would be
A negative,
helpful.
yeah.
It would be helpful to be anonymous. So I have since, pivoted.
okay. I think they're just trying to go to another argument.
Oh, that
Right?
could
Possibly?
be. Yeah,
Possibly?
Yeah,
I don't know. Seemed odd just to bring that up suddenly.
Yeah, you're probably not going to goad me. Probably not, but anything's possible. Keep trying, I guess. Good luck.
How is this game so far, Jack?
I'm really liking it. It's very simple. Like as you see, it's
How is it different from No Man's Sky?
So we're roguelike.
Yeah.
It's imagine so far like it's first it's first person ship combat FTL
Okay.
is what we've seen so far. It's really fun looking for shit. The combat is the combat is the main draw. It's very fun killing the other ships, and I feel it's engaging killing all the other ships. It's a little hard and it's a little simple. I want some more variety because so far it's just look at the rocks, kill the ships, look at the rocks, kill the ships.
Mm-hmm.
But like I've gotten a couple where I've had to like explore old abandoned ships, and you get to kind of fly through them, and there's a little case in there. Like that was really neat. That was really cool. And like now, like I just ran across some like enemy missile towers, like just on a rock, enemy missile towers. That was neat. So yeah, I'm glad that I bought this on my account because I'm going to play this more.
Good.
When they update it.
Jack approves.
I approve of this game.
Vostroya 15 says, "Hey guys, what do you think of Everspace so far? I just tuned in and was wondering about it. Thought it looked interesting, but No Man's Sky left a bad taste in my mouth for space games. So there you go.
Yeah, no, this is really fun. The weird thing about the flight controls is the flight controls are the kind of weird thing, but once you wrap your head around it, it works great.
What's weird about the flight controls?
Okay, so the left stick strafes.
Okay.
Like, look, you just go like up and down and left and right. And then the right stick is normal. That's, and then it forward or backwards.
Here's what I want to know.
What?
Is there a cockpit viewpoint? Or is this all third person?
You know what? I think I remember seeing that there is a cockpit viewpoint. Hold on. Not display. Maybe
Try game. Try controls. See if there's a button. Huh.
I think I remember seeing that you can change action freeze. I wonder what action freeze means. I don't
A
know.
lot of people saying you sound muffled or something like
I
that.
sound muffled. Hold on, let me... Sorry if I sound muffles. Why would the triggers... Oh, sorry, the triggers don't strafe. The left joystick strafes. And then it's trigger to go forward.
The left analog stick.
The left analog stick strafes, and then trigger...
And up, down. Left, right, up, down.
Left, right, up, down. Like, look, that's me pressing up on the trigger. And so that's
Not the trigger. You kept saying trigger. You said trigger.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you got a verbal tick going on.
I
No,
have-
it's all analog stick. All this up, straight down,
Yeah.
and left and right is being done with the analog stick.
Yeah.
Like, that's him holding the analog stick forward. Is going up, and then pulling it back makes the ship go down.
Right. Wow. So it's a little... also, there's no inertia. I keep expecting inertia.
Yeah.
And so, like, I have the gas on, right?
It's like there should be inertia.
And look, I let go of the gas.
That-
And it stops.
Okay.
So it's like... That's just a little weird. Like, it's not...
You can make that work with some kind of weird, like, gravity engine, but there are clearly some kind of rocket thrusters on the back of that.
Right. Right. But no, like, flying eventually feels really good. You get this little boost here. And I know you don't like all the asteroids, but I dig all the stuff to fly around.
Okay.
You know? I dig it all. I dig it all.
That's not what space is like.
It's a game.
It's not what space is like.
You know, it's fun. So, gotta get out of here. Like that, how there's an enemy that is really hard to deal with.
What, the inbound, is there a thing that chases you like FTL? Like if you hang out here too long?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's chased me a couple times.
Okay.
And I don't like it. Is there something to change it to? Oh, wait. Oh, I wonder if it's in here. Oh, I definitely want to repair. Stats. Game stats. Ship stats. Blueprints.
Lunar Archon says, Rich, since you don't like real-time strategy games, avoid Red Alert 3. Despite having Ric Flair in the game, the cutscenes alone were enough to feel uncomfortable about it. Also, the blatant racism.
Look.
Okay, noted.
Ric Flair's...
Well, it looks neat.
Look at that. What the...
But why is space just asteroids?
Because they want you to fly around shit.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, listen, game. You don't need to tell us how pretty you are. That you know. That was adorable game, but unnecessary.
Thunder cannot exist in space, says the chat. To be fair, I think they're claiming this is some kind of space-time anomaly.
They said it was a gravitational anomaly, yeah.
Okay. It's not lightning. It just looks like lightning.
Right.
Tadax says,
Tadax.
Forgot to hit send on first tip. Jack's wrong. Missionary work not needed to save others from hell. This was stated in the Council of Trent 500 years ago. Those not baptized by water are not automatically damned.
Listen, this is my Catholic school upbringing. I'm just repeating what the nuns who kicked my ass told me.
Display menu for cockpit view. I want to see what it looks like.
Well, yeah.
First person.
Oh. Oh, wait, hold on.
Nope.
Desync, smooth frame, first person. So there is a first person.
We just don't know how to see it.
Graphics preset are also an epic. That's why it looks so good. Is it down? No. Yeah, I don't see it.
All right.
I don't see how to get in there.
Is it look in game again?
Yeah. Camera shakes, vibration, reset current run, reset game, back.
Controls, go to the keyboard and mouse controls. Customize controls.
Oh, wait, yeah, wait, let's go to customize controls. Oh, wait. Oh, why?
Oh. Oh, cool. Jack, good Catholic boys don't talk about Dom DeLuise getting accidentally fucked on the bus.
Right?
Well, Jack's not a good Catholic boy.
Yep, that's it, Rich. Oh.
Is your family Catholic?
Huh?
Is your family Catholic?
Yeah.
Well, same here.
Yeah.
That church was so fucking boring.
You know, it wasn't the most fun. Access key needed. It wasn't the most fun. Yeah, I was baptized and raised Catholic grade school. All my life. Well, all grade school, at least. This is weird. In first person. I wonder how combat would be in this.
Possibly better.
Possibly. Can I get to the other side of this? Nice.
How do you get rid of purgatory? Well, do you know how you made it up? You just stop making it up.
How do you kill a vampire? Any way it says in the script, because vampires aren't real. Didn't we go through this last?
Well, not even that. Is there anything in the Bible itself that says anything about a purgatory? Or is this just something?
All right.
It is something like a pope came up with because somebody said, "Well, hadn't all the people who died before Jesus? Did they just go straight to hell?"
Ah, shit! They're using logic.
What about all those historic people I know of and like they're
Right.
just burning? No, it's purgatory. They get to go to purgatory. It's a special place that's in between heaven and hell.
It's fine.
I just made it up.
Everything's fine.
Just made it up. It's totally real.
Oh, here we go. Ooh, nice. What's that?
Previously recorded live. If you had to disguise yourself as a magical creature to get into heaven, ... It would be a unicorn, and it would be like one of those cheap Halloween costumes. And I would need like Jack or someone to help me out as like the back half.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nothing in that comment suggested magically turning into the magical animal.
Right. Boom.
Religions drop beliefs all the time. Then what use are the beliefs if they can just be changed?
It's really true, Rich. That's kind of like the whole thing. Ooh, tech container. See, I like that. Like I just found like a radio tower, and I got close to it. There were some defenses, and now it gave me where all the treasures are. So now I can go get the treasures. The core of it is basically just flying around in space, but whoa. They give you some shit to do while flying around in space, so I'm going to be okay with it.
All right.
Shield booster. Ooh, yeah, I want a shield booster. That's the important part. Give me some... Oh, fuck, what was that?
But Rich, non-religious people change beliefs too. Yeah, but religion claims to have the absolute truth.
Yep.
And if that absolute truth can be changed on a whim, isn't it kind of worthless? Science, if this is what you're referring to, I'm going to assume this is kind of what you're referring to.
Sure.
Science changes ideas, but science never claims to have the absolute truth.
What they have is a scientific theory, which is saying, with all the information I have available...
This is what it looks like is going on.
This is my best guess. And, here is the math that shows...
This would seem to indicate this or this, unless we find other evidence that disproves this, then we got to start again.
Yep. That's actually the whole wonderful thing about science, is that we don't know. But we kind of think.
No, it doesn't, Rich. Anti-religious people like to believe that. Look, you're talking about willing a whole plane of existence in and out of existence with purgatory. This is not a small thing.
And I don't know if you're just trying to rile us up, but I don't know if I can be, because I'm just fucking loving flying around in space right now. I just need to tell you all that. How much fun I am having playing this game. And Rich, I'm sorry I've once again hogged a game all night, and I feel bad when I do that. I know you weren't super excited to play this game anyway, so
I wasn't against it. It's just like you were the one who wanted it, and I'm like, well, why don't, in case you really love it, buy it on your account.
No, and I'm happy I did, because I am really enjoying this game.
I've been talking to you, talking to Karen, talking to chats. I haven't really experienced the game. I don't have any idea what the fuck is going on. I just keep saying so many fucking asteroids, it makes me sick. That's all I can see. Look at that shit cluttering up space. Beautiful space.
You know what? I am starting to think that the interceptors are like the FTL rebels catching up to
them. Spend too long there.
And I was fucking around again. Ooh, high risk. We don't want to go at a high risk. I'll go medium risk. Exactly, J Stout. Fuck purgatory. I'm flying. That's what I have to say about you goddamn purgatory. I'm flying in goddamn space. Look at me in space.
We made it 3 whole months without talking about religion. Stop it. No! Mature adults can have mature conversations as long as you're being civil about it.
Oh shit, that's not what I wanted.
Look, if you can't handle Rich Evans criticizing your beliefs, maybe you need to do some serious reevaluation of your belief system. I'm just some asshole.
Damage booster. What?
Pixarflan, I hate all of the candidates this year.
There's one that you should hate more than all of them, though. Ooh, what's that? Are you a bad guy? Oh, yeah, you're a bad guy.
Susan's period says.
Susan's period.
Rewatched RoboCop 2 today, and totally just realized that it's basically the story of Cain and Abel. The villain's name is Cain, for crying out loud. Thoughts? Isn't Frank Miller a huge Catholic? Whether or not he's a Catholic, he at least loves like the imagery and the culture. I don't know what his actual beliefs are, but I haven't watched RoboCop 2 with that in mind. I know a lot of people think RoboCop 2 is terrible, and I definitely agree it has issues.
Mm-hmm.
But there are lots of bits in RoboCop 2 that I just like. I love RoboCop with the corporate committee directives, like 400 directives that are just fucking with his brain. That's some great shit. That's some fine satire. I love the crime boss kid. Because that world is so fucked up.
It's been too long since I've seen RoboCop 2. I cannot comment on it.
I kind of loved how accurately they predicted Detroit.
Oh, that's true.
Here's a question.
Okay.
What year does RoboCop take place in? Do they ever give a year, or is it always just a vague near future?
Is it 20XX? Right? I don't know. Let's chat.
Chat, this is my question. What year? I actually had this thought earlier today, and I'm like, I hope this comes up during the stream, because it's just something I'm thinking about. I know I'm going to forget. I'm just thinking, when does RoboCop take place? Did they ever give, like, 2007 or something?
How accurately do they predict the future?
Sure.
Is that what you're thinking?
Other than the robotics.
Which we're getting pretty close.
You got some private, like you got prisons being privatized.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a hop skipping away from the police department being privatized.
Absolutely.
Chicago freaking privatized the parking meters a few years back.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And wouldn't you know it, the cost went from like quarters to like $10.
Weird.
They like increased by 1,000% the cost to use a parking meter in Chicago.
That's
crazy,
so strange.
crazy that.
It's so strange how that would happen.
RoboCop is set from November 2043 to February 2043. Unless a lot of people saying 2043. I thought you were just being overly specific, and I gave you the finger as a joke because I thought, no, okay, that's accurate. And then I apologize for giving you the finger because a lot of people are saying 2043, so I guess that's actually a thing.
What?
He was so specific about the year, the date, like November to this date. I thought he was just fucking with us.
Oh, sure.
But reading what other people are saying, it sounds like it was accurate.
Oh.
But I gave that first person the finger because I thought they were yanking me, jerking my chain.
Sure.
And now I feel bad about it.
As you should.
Yeah, I should. That was terrible. I apologize once again for flipping you off.
Engine damaged.
Gobbledygook says, whatever, Jack. I know you're just desperate to find anything to claim. This is a better space sim than No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky does much more than Everspace. I think you're delusional right now.
No Man's Sky? No. No Man's Sky does do more than Everspace. Absolutely.
But it does it worse.
It just does it all worse. Everspace has said, let's focus on one thing. We're going to fly around asteroids. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy flying around these asteroids. So,
Captain Nitpick in the chat is saying,
yeah.
RoboCop the movie gives no indication of the year. Okay, I didn't think it did. This is apparently deliberate. The 2043 date comes from the novelization, which has a line about Stallone dying at 97.
Interesting.
Interesting. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
I feel like such a prick now because I totally thought they were giving me shit with that overly specific date.
Well, yeah, I guess you should.
Yeah. No, I feel like
I can't comfort you at all, Rich.
terrible
I'm sorry.
person.
I'm really sorry. I would like to tell you that it's going to be okay, but it's just
not. It's not. I just have to continue on.
Yep. You got to power through.
Tadaxp says, Catechism of the Catholic Church, CCC, 846 to 847, discusses salvation of non-baptized. CCC 1031 discusses purgatory. Most of the rest just damns Jar Jar Binks to help.
Oh, okay. With all this. Yeah, this is fine. Great. We're doing great. Feel like we're doing great.
Tyrannosaurus Rex in the chat says, No Man's Sky equals sold with lies. Everspace equals not sold with lies.
And obviously, like, you know, we can... I think there's some gray area there. You know, I'm digging...
Not much gray area.
I'm digging this, and I didn't dig No Man's Sky. It's just that easy for me. Where you can't...
Well, one, it certainly looks better. Even if you're doing the same space things. Because we can all agree, even though No Man's Sky has planet shit, it's all horribly boring. Everything you do on a planet in No Man's Sky is horribly boring.
Horribly boring.
So even if you... Let's say you like the space stuff in No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
This does the space stuff, much like it is in No Man's Sky with asteroids.
Yep.
But it all looks better.
I think so. I think it does. Nanobots. How do I get me some nanobots? Hey there, looking for some nanobots. Do I still have... No. Do I still have... No. Pardon me, but I'm looking for some nanobots. Where? Oh, here we go.
I did not read the Batman Aliens comic series.
Batman Alien?
Yeah.
No.
I know there was a Superman Alien comic series. I don't know how the fuck you make that work. And then Superman punched the aliens very hard.
The end.
And then the aliens tried to bite Superman, but it didn't do much.
Unless it was that bullshit where it's like, because he's not on Earth, he's
all right, away from the yellow sun.
Because he's
all
away
right.
from the yellow
all
sun,
right.
He's weaker.
You know, Jack, that's probably exactly what they did. That makes perfect sense.
And then you just have to think to yourself, Superman, why do you ever go away from the yellow sun? God damn it.
He wants to see the universe.
You're an
Jack.
You are an invincible god here. Why would you ever leave here?
All right. To feel something. To feel something.
Sure.
We have a man who can have anything he wants.
Yeah.
He's probably very bored. Being a god might be the least exciting thing in the world after the initial thrill of poning everyone wears off.
Sure.
And then, you know, he goes into the bad parts of town and suddenly he's vulnerable and weak and everything's exciting suddenly because he can get hurt. The thrill of danger, the fight, the risk, the gamble. It's addictive. And he just has to keep doing it.
He needs more now. Now he needs more.
Because his life as Yellow Sun Superman is just so unbearably boring in contrast.
I think you're absolutely right. I now buy the scenario. Whoa.
See One Punch Man. Like I did like on YouTube. I saw like the One Punch Man fights
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like fun stuff.
It's not bad. It is not a bad anime. It's got some funny jokes. Where is this dark energy?
Rich, write this down. We're recording it. I don't need to write it down.
Write what down? Where the fuck is this? God damn it.
Just write it down just in case.
Oh, because you're describing... Because One Punch Man is so bored. Oh. Excuse me. Thank you.
Every story is, how do we make Superman not Superman? Oh, is your ship cracked up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Because I'm pretty far damaged, and so yeah, you can see all the little cracks in it.
Yeah.
Like my screens are all wobbly wobbly.
Gobbledygook says, this game looks better because it's a PC game, not a console port. At least with No Man's Sky, I feel like exploring worlds might be shallow, and you might think it boring, but I find it tranquil. And you know, Gobbledygooks, I'm not putting you down. If you enjoy No Man's Sky, that's fine. Whenever we've talked about it, that has just been our opinion,
Right.
our personal opinion.
Absolutely. Whoa. Shit.
Jack, did you get eggs? Have you picked up eggs yet?
I don't need eggs, but thank you for thinking of me and my egg needs. I've recently switched back to only 2 eggs per breakfast.
So you're using less of them.
So I'm using less of them. So I know I no longer need like the constant reminders. For a while, I was doing 3 eggs for breakfast. Which filled my belly more, but just made me have to buy more eggs all the goddamn time. So I'm trying to ease up on the eggs a little bit, just general calorie cutting. Cause that's how I do. What the fuck is that? But I appreciate the reminders because sometimes you gotta get some eggs, Rich. Sometimes you just gotta get some eggs. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is shooting at me? Who the fuck is you?
Jack, have you tried raw eggs before?
No, I've never eaten just straight up raw eggs. I think that would be gross. I'm 90% sure that would be super gross.
Do we have a list of Halloween-style games to stream? Are we doing Spooktober? Are we doing that again?
Like not maybe. I don't know.
Thief is spooky. No, Thief is legit spooky.
Thief doesn't count as spook.
Why not? Why not? Tell me why not.
It's not Ghosts and Goblins. Are there Ghosts and Goblins?
There might be.
Okay.
How do you know?
I don't know. When I think about Ghosts and Goblins, I don't think about Thief. People tried to get, that's like the same where like people like want to watch a Christmas movie and they're like, Harry Potter. They celebrate Christmas in Harry Potter, so it's a Christmas movie. Fuck you. Where's this jump suppression? Is that it?
He has no idea.
About Thief?
He has no idea.
There's Ghosts and Goblins and Thief?
No idea.
Is that what you're telling me? That I got Ghosts and Goblins to look forward to? Because I'm okay with Ghosts and or Goblins. Ghost, you know. Oh, we shouldn't have this song. This.
You could just play more Deus Ex and say it's for Halloween or some shit. The clothes are pretty ridiculous.
Exactly. It's one of those type situations where, like, there are some board games that I want to play. You know, because I have a slew of spooky board games, but you know, who knows if we'll be able to get to it. You know, the other thing about board games is we need more people. And sometimes it's hard to get people.
How come Red Dead Redemption hasn't had HD remake?
Oh, I want to say they actually just did that.
Did they? Okay.
Or not? Maybe not an HD remake. Was it just released? Because they have that thing now where some Xbox 360 games they are releasing.
Okay.
For the Xbox One, or making, you know, backwards compatible, and I think they just made that backwards compatible.
Not quite the same. Okay. I want it on Steam. I want it on PC. Not necessarily Steam, but it probably would be Steam.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want that on PC. RDR.
There.
RDR.
I have to hack it. Whoa. There we go.
It wasn't HD. It was on the 360. Well, so was Grand Theft Auto 5. That didn't stop them.
Oh, right, and yeah, they were just correcting me.
And The Last of Us. Those are both 360 era games. Well, PS3 that got re-released with some minorly updated tweaks.
Mm.
Make them look a little bit nicer and throw them out in the market again.
You have the power.
RDR is just GTA with horses, and it's fantastic, says Stromko Penguin. And you are right. It is fantastic.
I never got around to it, to RDR.
Oh, RDR?
Yeah.
It's great. It really is great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Never got around to it when it came out. Don't know why. I had nothing against it.
Do you have westerns that you like?
I don't hate westerns. I don't,
Okay.
you know, like, I'm kind of ambivalent, I guess. Maybe that's why I never got around to it.
Yes, I played Undead Nightmare. It's actually a decent zombie game. They took Red Dead Redemption, and the DLC was zombies.
Ah. Nice.
So you had a rather large open-world zombie game with cowboys.
Oh, fun. I think that's a time period that's fun for zombies. Whoa.
RDR has a fucked up code base that is impossible to port. Oh, I don't know about impossible. It's probably difficult. Might be impossible. I guess I'm not a technical guy when it comes to that kind of shit. I've heard that. But RDR is one worthy of preservation. Zackus Wax says, favorite bit of characterization in game plus movie? Example, Adam Jensen. I'm assuming the EX means example. I'm reading into that. Email show he's really specific about his coat plus captain of his school debate team. He's actually just a try-hard doofus. I love it.
Okay.
offhand, I can't come up with a favorite bit of characterization ever. I'm drawing quite a few blanks now that I'm put on the spot.
Right?
What?
Favorite bit of characterization.
Doom guy punching the monitor. That's off the top of my head.
You know what? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Because that, like, not only characterization, but that's tone too.
I'll tell you what. Not even the first monitor. When you're in the elevator.
Yeah.
And what's his face is talking about, we did what we did for the greater good, and then you look down and see the body, and then you punch the control panel. Because you're looking at his bullshit firsthand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Those are fine.
I played that a month ago. I can't remember that fucker's name, the robot man. What was his fucking name?
Oh, sure.
Dr. Bleh. Fuck me.
W? Not Wheatley. Not Wheatley. But wasn't it something like that? Like Wesley?
I don't know. I don't remember. Depressingly.
I remember.
Hayden.
Hayden?
Hayden.
Wow, I was very.
And Chad said, give it more specific for me. Samuel Hayden.
Nice.
We did what we did for the good of humanity. For the betterment of mankind.
Uh-huh.
You care about his name as much as Doom Guy does. That's very accurate.
Taking some damage, Rich. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not long for this world.
There's a moment in Dead Rising I like, the original Dead Rising.
Okay.
And I'm going to say major spoilers, because that game did just come out on Steam.
Yeah.
So if you do plan on playing it, because it did just come out on Steam, the original Dead Rising, mute the stream for about a minute. Starting now. There's a moment, and one of the two FBI people gets killed.
Oh.
Brad gets murdered. Frank just saw him turn into a zombie, and he comes back to the safe house, and the other FBI girl, she's there, and she says, "Have you seen Brad? We gotta do this and that." And like Frank's like, "No, I haven't seen him." And it's this moment. It's just like a look on his face. This video, I'm like, he knows that this is on his shoulders now. The one FBI person is injured, and the other one is dead. And he knows now that getting out of there and stopping all of this is his responsibility. And you have, up until then, a very irresponsible character, and just suddenly, in the game, you see he's got a little bit of that burden on his shoulders now.
Interesting.
So I'll put that out there as another one.
Fine example. That's a fine example, Rich. Oh, I get it now.
Dead Rising was a ton of fun. Did you like any of the others? I haven't played 3 yet. I know I should. 2's okay. I don't like it as much as 1, mostly because of the timer. Dead Rising, I think, is balanced fucking perfectly as far as the time restrictions. You really have to be perfect to do everything, all of the side missions and all of the main missions, and not drop one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just time where you just barely do it. It's perfect. 2, it's so fucking easy to do everything in that game. And plus the main character's kind of dull.
Oh.
He has a daughter in place of a character. I gotta rescue my daughter. And he's got some bad puns.
Some bad
He's
puns.
not a terrible character, but yeah.
All right. That's fair, I guess.
Rich, why do you like the shitty escort AI in the first game? Because it's a challenge. The one, it's not easy to see. Dead Rising 2, you could just once you rescue somebody. Here's part of the reason why the timing on things is so easy in Dead Rising 2. You rescue the people, and then you just sprint back to the safe area, and they just follow you. You don't have to turn back or pay attention to them at all.
Oh, I remember that with your Dead Spaces, like there was some babysitting involved with your
No,
people. Yeah.
I will admit, in Dead Rising 1, there is some bad pathfinding. Where it's like, when they're not stuck on the zombies, when they just can't find their way around, they can't climb up the thing. Yes, that is irritating.
Yes.
But, I mean, in Dead Rising 2, they've just made it so pointless. The escort.
Right.
It's like nothing.
I can see that. That seems like part of the fun, the challenge.
Yeah.
Is you have to care for someone and a zombie might attack them, and if you don't have to worry whether or not a zombie is going to attack them, it's not as much of a challenge.
There were survivors in Dead Rising 1 that were deliberately shitty to give you an extra challenge. Everyone who watched my Dead Rising streams know I have a turbulent relationship with Aaron on day 1.
Who was it that you had to feed? I think I remember.
Oh, Ronald.
You had to feed Ronald. You gotta feed him.
But just as AI, when you're escorting him, Aaron is programmed to be a coward.
Oh.
So instead of sprinting, instead of going to where you're pointing at him to go, he might just stand there and freeze up and go, oh God, oh God.
That's great. That's great. Okay. All right. Where do we want to go? These aren't all of
If you
them.
don't feel Ronald, he eats your other survivors. That's actually somewhat true. He does take off in search of food, and like a quarter of your survivors go with him.
Oh, really?
So you lose a bunch of people if you forget to feed him.
Oh, that's really funny.
It's very important to remember to feed Ronald.
What do we do again? It's like exclamation point subs. Right? Is that what we do? That's not what we do.
The annoying thing is if you get back to the safe house and you remember that you need to feed Ronald, but you don't have food in your inventory, and then you're fucked.
Sure.
And then you're just fucked, and you know it, and it's terrible.
Anti-shatter. What? I am tired. You know what?
Yeah, I think we're done.
We're totally done. I'm just trying to get our subs, and the thing didn't pop up. And now people are like typing in weird stuff.
Yes, the Dead Rising streams are all on YouTube. They're very long. I did a full playthrough, and then 2 other nearly full playthroughs. I had a no death run of Dead Rising, and I tried sometimes and failed. So on YouTube, there's me playing most of Dead Rising and then fucking something up.
Mm-hmm. Am I typing wrong?
And then I'd try again. There's probably 35 hours worth of me playing Dead Rising on YouTube.
Yeah. Stop pseudoing me. You're welcome, Escapist Magazine. We're happy to stream. I'm just very tired now. And I can't get our subs. I can't get our subs. How do we do it, Rich?
Can we save the names and just read them at the start of the next stream? Would that make you feel better?
Oh, wait, there's the thing. There's the thing. Thank you, this new subscriber. You have saved us all. Whoa. Is that showing up? No, you still get Everspace. Great. Is this all of them? Whoa, what is that? Sky Dandy. Yeah, I think that was the last one. Okay, great. Thank you, this new subscriber. Are we ever going to get a Vanquish Challenge 6 run?
No, I'm never going to beat Challenge 6 in Vanquish.
Oh, God.
Right.
That was super fun, that Everspace.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed
I
it.
really enjoyed that. I can't wait till they finish it. I want them to finish that game. Okay.
Actually, good. Sarah Chen has a last-minute donation.
Okay.
Do you guys have any guilty pleasure games? Like, for me, it's The Sims and Bejeweled Blitz. The latter is like crack. It's almost embarrassing. You shouldn't consider those guilty pleasures. You shouldn't feel guilty about liking The Sims. Or Bejeweled Blitz. Mm-hmm. It's a game. Somebody made it and you enjoy it. That's fine.
That's great. That's great. I mean, for me, it's Pokemon.
You can't call that a guilty pleasure. That's mainstream even.
Well, but it's like it's my guilty pleasure because like there's so many games to play, and you know what? They're gonna come out with this new Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it will play exactly the same as the 20 other Pokemon games that have come out before it. And I don't care. I'm gonna play it. You know, like I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna love it. I'm playing Pokemon Y right now. Mm-hmm. And it plays the exact same as every other Pokemon game, and I fucking love it. But I shouldn't. Like, I should play other games. I should spend my time playing new games, but I just play Pokemon.
See, I'll play an older game because I enjoy it, and I don't give no fucks. I don't give no fucks. Like, Orcs Must Die is what I've been playing lately.
Right.
Not the newer one, the older one, the first one.
Right.
All right. So...
Okay. These are the people who have subscribed to us while we were streaming, and we're going to thank them for subscribing to us while we were streaming.
Haplo Gorath says, woo. Like W-E-W?
Yeah.
There's no H in there. So, woo. Well.
What the F is happening? Welcome.
Old Hanslaw. Old Hanslaw says, huzzah, time well spent.
Mr. Bibbs for 16 months in a row. Is this like the golden anniversary or something? Absolutely. 16.
Hans Frosch says, my hovercraft is full of eels. 12 months in a row for Hans Frosch.
Loner Archon for 25 fucking months in a row. Loner Archon says, this is my alternative to hookers and blow. I'm glad we could help.
Valastrius says, 5 months of subscription. Federal law now requires you to give us more Phoenix right. We want to see how Phoenix survives the next case with an expired bus pass and only 20 cents in his pocket. Suspense! Keep up the good work, frauds.
Moki B85 27 fucking months in a row. Happy 2-year, 3-month anniversary. Seems like that Sonic stream was only yesterday. The passage of time just comes at you suddenly and without warning from edge of screen.
Tiny Tic Tac!
Veggie VG64. It's not a midnight movie. It's a legitimate feature film.
Ex Mensa, 27 fucking months in a row. Ex Mensa says, unemployed for a month, still contributing to prereq. Priorities in the hashtag priorities in the right place.
This time, it's lupus. The Bears are playing the Cowboys right now. Thank you for the distraction so much. Aww.
Hey, Michelle, 87, 25 fucking months in a row. Hey, Michelle says, hooray!
Oh, good. I'm glad I get to read this one. Poop Dick 5079. Oh ho ho. You guys should do a review on The Room. Then actually that would give me an excuse to finally see it. So maybe.
Space Jack 2084 says, sending you a Twinkie the size of my heart.
Oh. Touch football fighting 18 months in a row.
Bill LaHecka 27 fucking months in a row. Bill LaHecka says, not only is it my 27-month anniversary subscribing, but tomorrow marks the 38th year I've walked this earth, making me older than 95% of the chat, but not older than me. Thank you again for doing what you do, as that is a wonderful birthday gift for me.
Well, thank you for being here, Bill. Top Ramens 19 months in a row.
Doobie Sandwich.
Harry Fed 20 fucking months in a row. Check out Dead by Daylight. It's a great game. Friday the 13th looks like it's gonna be shit. So far, what we've seen of the Friday the 13th game does not look to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know. Waffle Tail 14 months in a row.
Theodore J. Hooker 25 fucking months in a row.
Shibaya River 23 fucking months in a row. Shibaya River says, oh shit, boy.
Knowledge Junkie 14 months in a row. 14. The age Rich, Jack, and myself started losing our hair.
Walt Heisenbeard 23 fucking months in a row. Walt Heisenbeard says, you guys looking forward to Star Citizen? Might be the first space sim I'll give a try. Kind of, though a lot of people keep shit-talking it. I don't know if they're just mad that they're asking for more money in the Kickstarter or what. I don't know how that's going to affect the eventual quality of the game. I don't know, but I'd say looking forward to it.
Hasn't been on my radar, but, you know.
But I should probably play Elite Dangerous because that is out now, and it looks like a pretty decent space sim.
That's the one everyone tells you to play.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like it's 20. There's 3,000 games I need to play.
Yep.
That's the situation I'm
No,
in. It's a good problem to have.
You have a plan, Rich.
I do, and I'm sticking
And
to
you're
it.
sticking with your plan, and I think that's the important part. Star Horribles 16 months in a row. I love you, even though I don't like the thing. Even though you don't like the things that I like. Thank you for understanding, Star Horribles.
Microfiber Militia 23 fucking months in a row. Microfiber Militia says, happy to be here. We've come a long way, baby.
And Sky Dandy 24 fucking months in a row. Am I the only one who thinks Jack was at some point in his childhood referred to as Fudge Packard by bullies? Maybe Jack Fudge Packard. Oh, like Fudge Packard.
Yeah, yeah.